Hey friends, it's Gabe here, and this is awkward, and I'm going to embrace that. And something that I want to try and do in this season of social distancing is to create healthy avenues for communication and starting conversations. And one thing that I want to do, it might be daily, it might be every other day kind of a thing, but just opening up the Bible and seeing what it's teaching me in that day, and then would love to interact with you virtually um, in Facebook comments or YouTube comments, and even like direct messaging back and forth between people. But yeah, in this season, I want to stay connected to my brothers and sisters and to people who are just questioning things. So yeah, I'm just gonna get started today. Um, in my morning devotions, I was in Deuteronomy 4, and there were a couple verses that stood out to me. So I'm just gonna read those real quick, and then I'll talk about them for a couple minutes, and then end the video. So um, there are verses 29 through 31, and it says. But from there you will seek the Lord your God, and you will find him, if you search after him with all your heart and with all your soul. When you're in tribulation and all of these things come upon you at the latter days, you will return to the Lord your God and obey his voice. For the Lord your God is a merciful God. He will not leave you or destroy you or forget the covenant with your fathers that he swore to them. So that's a scripture that really stood out to me today, and it stuck out to me for a couple of different ways. And I think in this season of just pandemic and chaos and worry, I think we have a tendency to not follow our God with everything. I think we want to hold a lot of ourselves back and trust in our personal health, um, our immediate family's health, and even like our financial stability. And here, God, even in the Old Testament, tells us, hey, no. Like, I want you to serve me with a sense of urgency and fullness. And I'm so guilty of not doing that. Like holding myself back in certain areas to make sure that I have a little bit of comfort and security left for myself. But actually, if I look to God and I fully submit to him, I'm going to have all the comfort and security um, that I can ever get for myself, and much, much more from my loving Creator. Because even the verse before this says um, a lot of things about how we like to serve man-made things, and like for right now, a lot of us who like love sports, that idol is crushed. And I think it's a really, really sweet time for me to see that and to fully, fully submit to what King Jesus has called me to. Um, and even in the next verse is talking about these tribulations. Like the coronavirus is a huge tribulation, and we're seeing that just like right now with states saying don't go outside, and these social distancing guidelines extending till the end of April. And life is going to be really, really, really weird for the next months to come. But this last verse, talking about our God, we serve a God who is merciful. And he even says that he won't leave us or destroy us or forget the covenant that he made for us back with the fathers in the Old Testament, but even now living on the other side of the cross. Like, how beautiful is it to see that the work has already been done, and we can like continually trust in and hope in the cross.